And now, ladies and gentlemen, the very gay moment of Junk and Jam Live! Welcome, everyone, to the very gay moments of Junk and Jam Live. I'm your host, Christopher Albert, because let's face it, there's no one gayer than me.
Totally.
At least that's what my grandmother used to tell me, but she's dead now, so what does she know? Now, for your enjoyment and approval, because I so desperately seek it, I have curated some very proud and out bits, some very gay moments, if you will, from past Junk and Jam Live episodes that you may, or most likely, may not have watched. This is just water, by the way. I'm actually on medication, but not the medication you think. You know, not all of us gays have HIV. Some of us have rabies. Now, to begin, here are some very, very gay jokes I've written and performed on the show. Enjoy. I'm suddenly feeling very irritated and agitated. Anyone else? No? Just me? We here at Junk and Jam, we welcome everyone with open arms, but not open legs, okay? Because it's not that kind of party. But I'm glad you guys are here because I am actually really nervous. I'm as nervous as Mariah Carey is in front of a live mic. I'm actually more nervous than a 15-year-old boy stuck in an elevator with Kevin Spacey. But apparently my sister never got the memo Mom put in her lunchbox, which was, "This better be the only thing you put in your mouth today." The only advice, well, I didn't get that one. It should have been on my lunchbox. I've been happily married now for 4 years, and thank you. So when I say happily married, I mean he's totally younger. Yeah. Who's the daddy now? I am. Okay. Now, not many people know this, but I do have a twin. No one was more surprised than my mother. 2 daughters for the price of 1 cesarean. Now, my sister and I are obviously different sexes. She's a woman. I'm an idiot. My nephews are a little more challenging. I don't mind their sports. I just prefer that they do it far from me, you know? Because it's really hard to deflect a ball flying at your face with the daiquiri in your hand, you know? Marriage, though, is a lot of work. It's not something you just rush into. Just ask my husband, he's still having second thoughts. I remember when we first got engaged, I got him a nice, shiny ring from Tiffany's. And to my friend Tiffany, if you're watching, yes, I'm the one who took it. I actually used to be a touring member of the New York Boys Choir. Yeah, mainly because I wasn't allowed to join the girls. Which was ridiculous because if you look at me, I was just as flat-chested as they were. My husband is amazing though. He's also a performer, an actor, and dancer as well. So as you all know, we don't make any money on that side of the family either. Me and my sister are paternal, but people still ask us always if we look alike, which we don't because she was circumcised. Thank you. As a gay man, we do have lots in common, especially with our beautiful straight female friends. For one, we all love men, which makes us all incredibly stupid. I know nothing about sports. I always thought wide receivers went out of style with the rotary phone, you know? Thank you. In fact, a wide receiver is probably a better, more accurate description of my ex-boyfriends. But let's be honest. As a gay uncle, I have to take some precautions, you know? I am just not that comfortable saying the words touch or down in front of a 12-year-old boy in public. I just can't do it. Have you guys gotten your HIV tests?
Yeah.
Yeah? Negative?
Yeah.
Negative? Love it. A room full of show-offs over here. Now, you can't tell this by just looking at me, but I do have a big black tattoo right here. It's right. It's of a black penis, guys. In the boys' choir, where all my peers were handsome, tall, young black men, I stood out for the obvious reason. I wore makeup. Nothing too crazy, just a little chapstick. Yeah. And a little bit of blackface, too. So ridiculous. Everyone kept confusing me for Justin Timberlake. I did seriously try at one point to pray the gay away. But, you know, Mariah Carey would just not stop making club remixes to all her songs. I wouldn't even know a good father figure if one stood right in front of me, you know. But if he wanted to stand behind me, he could be my daddy anytime, right? It's like what my grandmother used to always say, who needs a dad when you could sleep with someone else's? Now, as a gay man, I have to say, sometimes I feel deeply ashamed that I have no idea what LGBTQIA means, right? Because if you're straight, you're lucky. You have one label, breeder. But we've got many labels to remember. There's twinks, dykes, queens, drags, femmes, butches, who's-its, what's-its, bears, otters, tops, bottoms, verses, purses, lipsticks, pigs, and daddies. And what do you straight folk have? Missionary. That's it. That's all you got. Hello again! Thank you for continuing to watch the very gay moment of Junk and Jam Live, where I may have aggressively slapped one of the cameramen. Apparently, my medication hasn't kicked in yet. But I will kick in that goddamn camera if you don't get it out of my face! Sorry, where was I? Here now is a very gay song or two. Daddy Yankee drank a lot, so much he couldn't remember, but he couldn't rap without lyrics, so he got his act together. Whew. Do you feel that chill? Janet Jackson tripped a lot on the wires of her speakers. She used to wear high heels all the time, but now she prefers sneakers. I have no idea why I took these off. I need them. Michelle Obama loves ice cream, both chocolate and vanilla. If you ask her what her favorite is, she wouldn't be able to tell ya. It's a little hot in here, don't you think? No? Just me? Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? It is getting hot in here. My math teacher works real hard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He writes her notes on index cards. Ooh, ooh, ooh. With a math problem here, an equation there. Here a number, there a number, everywhere a number. My math teacher works real hard, but she doesn't get paid enough. So let that be a lesson to all of you little girls out there. You should always be compensated for what you are worth. And trust me, young ladies, you are worthy. So Whether you want to be a teacher, a doctor, a cop, a journalist, a model, a performer, or even a ghost hunter, you look that dirtbag boss of yours in their eyes and you demand $1 million. You could always negotiate down from there. Stacy had a large burger, large burger, large burger. Stacy had a large burger, it was hanging right out of her nose. And every time I looked at her, looked at her, looked at her, every time I looked at her, the burger seemed to grow. My God, it was everywhere, kids. Gross. She asked if there was something wrong, something wrong, something wrong. She asked there was something wrong, but I fibbed and told her no. I had a plan to wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off. As soon as I had the chance to wipe it off, that's precisely what I did. Wasn't that nice of me, gang? Good news, guys! My doctor just called, and as it turns out, I got my rabies shot years ago. So technically, the only thing wrong with me is that I'm a complete asshole. And now it looks like it's time for another fabulous gay clip. Hi, my name is Rogelio. In case you were wondering, my parents, they named me after my last name. I absolutely love fashion. I live for fashion. I am fashion. At least, that's what my social security card says. If you would have told me when I was a little boy that one day I'd be living my dreams, I'd be frightened. I mean, I don't know who you are. How do you know my dreams? When I was younger, I used to play dress up all the time. I would wear stockings as neckties and bras as belts. And I also wore purses as hats. And that was just from my father's closet. He was a real fashionista. My mother, on the other hand, she was more of a simple gal. Playing dress up in her closet was more like helping a friend move out of their house, you know? When they're not looking, you just throw all their shit in the garbage.
Rogelio? Who's that? Oh, him. Oh, I don't mess with him like that. Well, the truth is, I call him by many names, especially when he asks me to make him a cup of coffee. But Rogelio is not one of them. If you ask me, there's something really strange and off about him. I mean, look at this piece that he made. What the hell is this? I feel like I should be going to a Beyonce concert, but somehow I ended up at Solange's. I've seen better clothing on the zombies of The Walking Dead.
Growing up, I had no siblings. It was just me. So, you know, I'd sit and talk and play with myself all day long. Until, of course, it was Daddy's turn to play with me. Daddy was just terrible at hide and seek. I could always see his big, hard wig from behind the couch. He used a lot of hairspray. Oh, I miss my father a whole lot. He always knew the right words to say to help make me feel better. He'd say to me, Rogelio, cheer up, buddy. And come help Daddy zip up into his dress. I barely had any friends, you know. And the ones I did have died from drug overdoses. Typical third graders.
That guy desperately needs someone to talk to, but I'm not the one.
So, this is the live of the junks, of the jams, and those moments where the gays do stuff. I'm sorry, I changed my drink to vodka. Oh. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's still just water. Now, some of the guests on my show aren't necessarily gay themselves, but sometimes they do and say some pretty gay things. Let's have a look at that, shall we?
What are some of Constellation's collective goals?
We just want to be recording all the time. We just want to be performing all the time, writing, meeting new exciting people, collaborating,
Yes.
being on wonderful talk shows.
Oh, well, good luck.
It's like a conversation starter. Like your friends come over, they'll look around your house and they'll be like, "That bear!
Oh my!
Where did you get that bear? Let's talk about this."
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I like that.
You collect change on your window with this little birdie over here.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
That's awesome. That should be a jewelry stand, where you
yeah.
put jewelry. I put my change in there
Are you
because
saving up money to buy jewelry to hang up on it?
it's like art. It's like art. It's like a sculpture. And
You need to get out
the,
more, buddy. We need to take you to a museum. Now,
RMB, obviously we have the R and the B, Renita Biddle.
Yes.
So what does the M stand for?
M is for my middle name.
Just it. Renita, middle name Biddle.
Everyone finds women attractive.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone, thinks of a woman while they have sex with men. It was just like kind of exploring that and figuring out how to say it and saying it with knowledge and not just, hey, I think I like women. What do you guys
Which is
think?
okay too, right? I mean, if that's
Yes,
where you
it's
are
okay.
in your life. Is this part of what you're exploring then in your act?
Right
When
now,
you talk about it?
right now I'm more exploring just what it's been like to come out to my dad.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't come out to my mom yet. Hey, are you watching, Mom? No, she's not watching.
No one's watching.
No one's Thank you.
Our music is definitely about what's happened to us in the past, what's happening to us in the present, and we foresee what's going to happen for us in the future.
I'm definitely going to rewind what you just said so I can understand it a little bit better. But no, I get you. So obviously,
Did I give you a Tori Amos double talk? Love you, Tori.
you gave me a Tory spelling.
We just do what we can for stage time.
Well,
Let's be real. I mean, every single one of those ladies did the same thing. I think you're on the right
we don't know what they
trajectory.
did. We don't know what they
We don't
did
know
to get
who
on.
did what.
And Amanda Seals, Samore, Monique, Lunel, I think you want a casting couch and you haven't told me that. I want to know who I have to gobble on
squirt.
to get to get my own HBO deal.
Yeah.
Let me know and I'll get Chris to do it for me.
So much for having this aired at church.
I had such a phobia about HIV and the stigma
Right.
of actually having the disease that I literally started to manifest it. And I know that sounds bizarre,
No, I
but
get
that's
that.
how deep my phobia was. But it was in that
Your phobia was so deep that you would walk around, oh my God, I have HIV.
Yes, I would return to my doctor so many times until he was just like, at some point, I'll never forget, there was one day I went to the doctor and he says, He literally just took his pad and he was just like, I don't know what else to do. Tell me.
Here's a prescription.
And I wanted to say to him, tell me that I have AIDS. Just tell me.
Yes.
And then he was like, I don't know what else to do, until finally he gave me some sleeping pills.
Yes, exactly.
I'm distracted by all your sparkles, but I'm really not.
Sparkles.
Yeah, it's really her tits. It's her tits that are drawing me over.
Hey, me too.
Hey, that is right. I apologize.
Now I can, answer that question. I have so. Now I can answer it now.
You've been assaulted.
Yes.
Live.
By you.
By me.
Yes.
I am so sorry. Please don't Matt Lauer me, please. I need this kid.
We have children or whoever watching. Why are drugs bad?
They run your life.
They ruin your life, and then you can't concentrate, and then you can't make dollars.
You want to be on Skid Road?
What you doing, kid? You're gonna ruin your life there.
Yeah. Oh.
Now there comes a time in everyone's queer life when they are asked that inevitable question. How did you know that you were, special down there? And the answer is always the same. I didn't know. Grandma knew. Before she passed, my grandmother left behind a video recording where instead of reading out her will, she took that time to let everyone know just how gay she always knew I was. Which is fine by me. I didn't want her house anyway. Hurricane Maria did though. Anyway, enjoy this clip.
I used to call Christopher when he was little Faso. I thought, he would grow up to be overweight, but no. He turned out to be a cross-dresser instead. There's nothing wrong with a cross-dresser, pero watching Christopher squeeze into a little dress is like watching The Exorcist. Ay, Dios mío, it's so scary. Hey, pobrecita, that little girl in the movie, her hair turns around 360 degrees. Like Christopher's balls in a tight dress. It's disgusting. He doesn't even try to tape it down like he's supposed to. Que estúpido. When Christopher was born, he was born with his twin sister Christina. And I thought, ay, two granddaughters for the price of one. I knew the moment my daughter gave birth to him, the only thing his pee-pee was going to be good for was nothing. I mean, once a baby pee-pee, always a baby pee-pee, am I right? You need to see it. Well, actually, you can't. You are just going to have to take my word for it. I'm just kidding. He's hung like his grandfather, medium. The day Christopher came out of the closet, I was relieved. Finally, the one Puerto Rican to practice birth control. He can't give birth, right? No? Oh, okay. Thank God. I mean, who wants great grandkids from that idiot? No, not me. Overall, I have to say, having a lesbian for a grandson is pretty terrific, you know?
Oh, excuse me. I'm just playing with myself. I just hate this game. Ugh. Which begs the question, can you ever say game without saying gay? I don't know. Let's find out.
Now the questions from the bowl are going to be answered by whoever pulled it out. The other two people will take a guess. Every time your guess is wrong, you're going to take a piece of candy.
Okay, you're trying to make us fat?
I'm diabetic. and I know you're not paying my medical bills.
The good thing is, you don't have to swallow. Okay?
That's what he said.
That's what he said. He is Captain Kirk's right-hand man, combined with Chef Boyardee's most favorite dish. Captain Kirk's right-hand man, Chef Boyardee's favorite dish.
Spock or D? Spock Boyardee.
Spock Boyardee. It's actually spaghetti and meatballs. That's all right. We'll give you a point. A half a point.
I don't like that one.
You didn't like that one?
I don't like that one.
You're gay. Okay. She's known just as much for her eccentric style as she is for her voice, flying shoes, and new attitude. But nobody can outdo a do like this woman can do a do.
Patti LaBelle.
It's Miss Patty Patty! There. It's a shoe. It's feet.
Now her toes are clawing.
So this faded pop star, most famous for confusing tuna with chicken, now makes shoes, but still can't seem to find one that fits.
Jessica Simpson.
It's Jessica Simpson. That's right. Now she makes shoes. I don't understand. Can't you feel your feet touching the floor? This moonstruck performer may consider herself half-breed, but a more appropriate stage name for her liver spots would be half-dressed.
Share.
Yes. Gotta love that shit. Now this is painted.
Oh, olive oil.
Olive oil. Yeah, boy.
And she's in love.
Look
at that heart. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Now, when looking back at something like Popeye and you look at olive oil, and obviously Popeye loved her.
Yeah.
But she was really manhandled a little bit by, what's his name, Brutus?
Brutus, yes. Oh, man.
I think she needs to get with the Me Too movement, right?
Oh, my God. Yes.
Now, going back to the game, are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
We're awake?
Yes.
Okay, you guys are dumb. All right. I mean, seriously, can this show get any gayer? Why, yes. Yes, it can. I wish my lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, non-conforming, non-binary friends a safe and joyous Pride celebration.